And I don't think David Dodds realised that Bannon had come forward. And once again, a loose pass by Bobby Russell. McCann winning in the air and being jostled, and just a slight indication, Alan, that McCann is ruffling this defence.
Yes, well, you always get that when you've got probably two of the best headers of the ball in Scotland. Colin playing with Colin is a bustler, and if there's anything going loose, he'll be there through sheer determination.
And there is Colin McCann beside Paul Hegarty. A bit of bowling going on, telling them to cover up. Look at that tension. Curled up, spring like this. Stevens, that's a goal kick. And maybe not so surprising in terms of tension that we've had so many loose passes and players in particular misjudging the jump for balls in the air. Now Bannon. Russell going back with them. Nicely floated to Sturrock. Bannon on the outside. Good run by Sturrock, a great tackle by Forsyth. Dodds tries to pick up. And away by Bed. Rangers all back defending, only McCann was up. And Coppell forced to make a 30-yard pass back just when his team looked as if they were in the process of carving up this Rangers defence. Picks up and turns the wrong way. There's no handling, says the referee. Coppell. That's floated towards the header. Well, Ralph Mills suddenly came in and he gets a second chance at it. Oh, it's over, just over from Stark. The first really dangerous effort. The Rangers defence turning left and right. And as it went away to the right there, you could see that Dodds had given up, and suddenly Milne came in. And as he turned round there, Dawson went right past the ball, giving Milne that second opportunity. Now look at Sturrock, sneaking in there, beating Jordan. But he was right underneath the ball. 15 minutes gone, and feels by the Rangers players that Bobby Russell had been pushed. There's no scoring. There is Russell on his sweat and his brow, and no wonder. He's seen a lot of the play. Bet. A bit slack again, but Stevens covers, and Stevens is playing a simple, straightforward, effective defensive game. Sturrock. That's a good-looking ball. Stewart goes there. Slight hesitation. United putting on the pressure. Once again, a nice sliding tackle. Tom Forsyth. Certainly United beginning to look very menacing. Forsyth is in again, covering up, and Sturrock, number 10. Causing all that damage. Looks very nippy today. There's a marvellous shot of Sandy Jordan. And Stewart curled it away. Oh, well picked up by Holt. Johnson slightly sleeping about that, fighting back. Still Holt. Now Haggerty, United again, pushing forward. Coppell. Bannon all on his own. He'll want to float it, and that's wild and erratic. And there's not a few Rangers will be glad that it ended like that. Alan Ruff.
Yeah, it's good to see Jim Stewart coming out and collecting that ball. I think he'll be very relieved himself to get himself into the game. And I don't think Wally Johnson was too aware of that throw out. But Dundee United are pressing forward. They had a corner. They must have had about 8 or 9 men in the box, and that's why they're up at this moment.
And they're up in terms of possession and chances near goal. The score, of course, still nothing each. Redford, haven't seen him much in this match. overdoes that. Johnson was wanting the pass forward, and Ralph Milne, clear view of Hamish McAlpin. Coppell, well, that's a good ball. Bett going back with Bannon. Bett, and Stewart just saves that. Just got down to it. Good recovery by Jim Bett, wouldn't let Bannon get away, and they had this sort of duel at Ibrox in the league game recently. Jim Bett, who might yet go back to Iceland. Rangers cannot pick it up in midfield at the moment, but Johnson now does on the wing, and that was the second occasion that there's been deliberate obstruction like that, and I really, if it's happened twice, I'm surprised there's not a booking, Alan.
Yes, well, I think he'll be warned this time, and that's possibly the only twice that Willie Johnston has been brought into the game has been fouled.
Well, I think they realise that if this man gets going, a little rueful smile from him. Don't know what he's saying, though. And we have a free kick to Rangers with almost 18 and a half minutes gone. That came off McLean. Now for Scythe. This time it's the Dundee United half populated there. McAdam tried to go up in that. Way by Neri. Gregor Stevens watches it with Dodds. Stevens, and Bett just gets the tackle in. Jordan. Jordan's been playing it around Cooley. That was a good tackle, but Forsyth is there. And Bett may pick it up now. Coppell just getting there, and that a throw to United. Frank Coppell looking very lively as McAdam comes back. Neatly inside Bett. Now Bobby Russell. Superb pass. Johnston. Once again on the outside. Tantalising cross, and Hamish McAlpin picks it up under pressure. Wonder what the flavour is. Well, Johnson's runs, of course, can be very effective. We talked about that before the game. There you see it. That high ball, just a bit too much loft in it, and too near the keeper. "20 minutes gone, David Dodds nowhere near that. Sandy Jardine, he wanted McLean to come towards him. He's trying to find an opening. Again, it's towards the head of McAdam. A good jump by McAdam. Redford holding back slightly. Good midfield work by Sturrock, and Forsyth comes away having an excellent game for Rangers. Here's McLean. There's Forsyth. There's too much in that, and Rangers making heavy weather in defence. Dawson, having got away with some quite intelligent defensive play, they began to gild the lily. Bunch of players, and McAdam again putting them off and fighting hard for it. Superb tackle by Stevens, but Bannon getting the space he wanted badly. Great run by Bannon. It's a great ball and beyond Sturrock. That had opened up the Rangers' defence. Simply because of the freedom that Bannon got. There he was, wriggling his way through. Now look how it curled, went beyond the goalkeeper, but too far away. Sturrock might just have nabbed that. Well, Jim Stewart sliced this, and Rangers looking a bit ragged at the moment. So Tsai slipping. It's a great ball now. Sturrock and again Sandy Jardine coming in, and Rangers defending desperately as United begin to pick up the pace, and a player like Sturrock there getting the opportunity to show how sharp he can be. Sandy Jardine looking a bit more strained now as Hegarty comes up for that. Stewart couldn't quite get to it. And there's uncertainty in this Rangers defence. We're midway through the first half, and Dundee United certainly way out in front now in the way they have taken a grip of midfield, pounding forward. No challenge on Phillip there. Gregor Stevens, there is Bet. That's beyond Jardine. Turns the right way for him. And this is where Rangers have been caught far too often. Jardine couldn't clear his lines there effectively. McLean, I think this may end up with the goalkeeper. I think Sturrock was tantalising there, and this is the danger again. Oh! Well, you would get the impression that Rangers want to commit suicide. Redford. Rangers look a very, very nervous team. There's McLean. That'll be a throw to Rangers. Rangers, as I said, Alan, looking a very nervous team now.
Yeah, well, I'm glad I'm not where Jim Stewart is at the moment, with the defenders being very casual in front of him. I think the way the game's going just now, Dundee United are getting the ball quicker to the wings.
Well, that was an astonishing pass again by Forsyth, ending in that free kick. And I think Ali Dawson was shouting across, he wants some order out of this Rangers defence now. You get the impression if United got a goal at this stage, they would really rip this Rangers defence apart. Bet trying to go for that, neatly done by Capel. Couldn't get away clear. Stevens does. That's a better ball to McLean. Russell. Much better play by Rangers. Redford is on the break. Good run by Redford. Neary is going as well. Neary just keeping possession, and I think that'll be a throw. I think he may have thought he was fouled. Boos from the Dundee United supporters, and McLean picks up. Willie Johnson can go either right or left. Goes left. Good looking ball again. Redford trying to go up there. Dodds. And now McLean runs away from it. Stevens. "25 minutes of the first half gone, no scoring, and United have had much of the match. Away by Phillip. Jardine with this, and I think he doesn't need to touch it. Well, he's certainly getting touches of the ball, McAdam, but not just as effective as it ought to have been that time. Here's McLean. Brought down, free kick, slight irascibility there from Tommy McLean, mixing with Ralph Milne. Free kick to Rangers. Hoisting again towards McAdam. McLean can't quite get in it. Milne is very fast when he comes back. Slag ball, and we've really seen nothing in the past 15 minutes of Rangers in any cohesive way, setting up chances near goal. Dodds. Should be picked up by Bet. And the Dundee United players simply not allowing the Rangers defenders to settle. Redford couldn't get that. Haggerty right up with him. Milne. Sturrock can't get it, and Forsyth looked to me as if he were impeded again. I think Ian Foot's tending to be a bit lenient today somehow. Jardine is Spannon's creeping in. Is that eluded Jardine? And again a flaw in that Rangers defence. how Eamon Bannon didn't put it away. I think he's slightly surprised, and you'll see this. As he went forward, Jordan, it eluded him, and Bannon crept in, getting right underneath it. And United ought to have been in the lead by now. Well, I don't know what happened to Jim Stewart, but that's very nervous-looking kick out. There's Forsyth. Russell going, Dawson is there. Ali Dawson, the Rangers captain, he has infinitely more experienced players around him, and although that's a scoreline at the moment, United really have been running Rangers ragged at times. A perplexed-looking Rangers team, in fact. That is Rangers throw. McAdam couldn't bring it down on the ground, not his strongest feature of his game. Coppell. Thank you very much from Jim Stewart. Big and very pleasant ex-Middlesbrough goalkeeper, ex-Kilmarnock. Redford couldn't pick that off. Once again, United in midfield. David Dodds, Stevens. Good run by Bannon again. Couldn't quite get it, but that neat little ploy of David Dodds holding up the play and then phasing it away to the oncoming player almost came off. Oh, that's straight to Billy Kirkwood. Oh, neat play by Russell, though. Here's McLean. A little bit of room for McLean this time. Now Willie Johnston. Looks as if he could do something for Rangers today. Johnston, a bit too obvious that time. Dawson. McLean. Jordan and back have come United again. Defence in depth. This is Redford. He turned neatly enough. And Jordan looking a bit slow going forward. That'll be offside, and the Rangers players not coming back. Clearly offside. "15 minutes to half-time, there's still no scoring, but basically this has been United's half. They played with a bit of flair, perhaps a little bit of more composure in front of goal, and they would have been up. Referee Ian Foot getting it away this time, and that tangle in midfield. Now Eamon Bannon. Coppell is giving support. Try and put that forward again. David Dodge neatly down. Picked up by Giordano. Redford slackly in the middle, and Rangers will really have to come to terms with themselves. They haven't got into a pattern yet. Just spasmodic attacks. Stewart committing himself under a bit of pressure again, and that almost landed at Sturrock. Nerve-wracking time for Jim Stewart. United keep the pressure up. Willie Johnson couldn't get away with that one. Milne, good covering by Johnson, and now Forsyth looked as if he wanted to come forward. And how do you think Jim Stewart is coping under this pressure, Alan?
Well, I don't think that was Jim's fault there. I think he had made up his mind he was coming for the ball, and I definitely think he shouted for it. I think it was Gregor Stevens that just didn't anticipate him coming so far.
Down the line it goes as Redford comes round, but the referee seeing a bit of elbowing. That's a free kick to Dundee United. Ian Foot. I think Ian certainly won't want to end his career in any controversy. I think he's turning a kind of a blind eye to one or two collisions on the park. Nearly all on his own there. Billy Kirkwood, 13 minutes to half-time, does well to keep that, appeals for a penalty. I think it was more falling down than anything else. Loud appeal certainly from the Dundee United supporters as Kirkwood went through there. And no, it didn't look a penalty to me. As Rangers on the attack, McAdam going in with Hegarty. Still McAdam fighting hard for it. Willie Johnston. Russell. There's McLean. Dead, and McLean far too slow. Simply not getting enough room, and is being Eamon Bannon, when he picked it up, brought down from the back, and it's a free kick. Coppell. Referee says that was a free kick for side. Scything from the back. 12 minutes to half time. What a time for any team to score a goal. There's Eamon Bannon. It's McAdam back defending, and it's loose to McLean. A bit hurried about that pass. Holt. Oh, the Rangers defence, watch that going right through again. Well, there's a score at Wembley. Well, that's one to stun you. Manchester City leading Spurs 1-0. Still no scoring at Hampden Park, and our final is Bobby Russell tries to pick it up, and McLean trying to make some room for himself. But that was a good ball, brilliantly taken by Johnston. Get to the outside, it's a good-looking ball there, and McAdam's trying to go up. There's McAdam in for it, the goalkeeper, no penalty, and Rangers driving forward through McAdam. Alan.
Well, I think Dundee United are very fortunate. That definitely looked like a push from Hamish McAlpine.
Well, Alan Robb said that should have been a penalty kick as Paul Sturrock lets fly and gets a corner. The United support rising to the team again, and Rangers, little flurry causing a panic in the United defence. Way there by McAdam. That's Ian Phillip. It's wide again, and Bannon had come right back, and that, I think, will just go over for the throw to Rangers. Rangers supporters there were trying to pick the team up. They haven't seen the team going forward all that much, and they need something badly to enliven them. 10 minutes to half time. Jordan asking somebody to come forward to him. Loose it is again. Stewart will have to go for this. Clean as a whistle. Rangers looking for a bit of magic from this man now, Bobby Russell. That's far from it. Very ordinary players. Hegarty was brought down. Ian Redford came to Ibrox for just over £200,000, their most expensive ever signing. He prefers playing up front, but again he's been given this left-sided midfield role, lying deep. Stevens looked like a hand again. Bannon with that shot, and I think a hand, yes, on the edge of the box. The referee said it, well, we can see that as it's pushed down there, the hand by Gregor Stevens. I think the Rangers players were feeling that that had played him, but the referee right on the spot, and this is a very interesting situation. Alan.
Yes, I think Eamon Bannon will hit this. He's tremendous curling the ball he gets, and I think there'll be more than 5 getting into that wall.
And indeed there is. Look at that Rangers wall as Eamon Bannon, and I think Hegarty trying to sneak up. Hegarty complaining that the ball isn't far enough back. But here we have Hegarty going right across the wall as McAdam comes forward. And it's all very tense, particularly for this Rangers defence. And I think is going to be retaken that, yes, the referee, despite the play raging on, the referee is warning McAdam that he moved too soon. So, back we go. A replay of what just happened a few seconds ago, and it didn't count because of that lunge forward there by McAdam. Tense moment for Stewart, and a brilliant save. A really class save by Stewart. Look at the look on the face. Thank heavens he's saying, and look at that. That ball almost deceived him, going one way and then clutching it away with his left. Forward goes Gregor Stevens, the pressure still on Rangers. Holt. Now Dawson gets it free. And if Rangers have to get a bit of confidence out of this match, they must surely get it out of a save like that. Alan Ruff.
Yeah, surely that must give Rangers a bit of a G up now. A tremendous save, going one way and turning and coming back. Fantastic.
Bobby Russell tried to fight his way forward. And the referee says that was a throw to Dundee United. We have exactly 7 minutes to the half-time whistle. Ali Dawson taking absolutely no chances. Dawson's role is important in this game, of course. The thrusts of Ralph Milne, we saw him take on Ali Dawson in the league game. And that's a free kick to Rangers this time. Right on the edge of the box and back to Stewart. McAdam, there's Redford with him, there's McAdam on the break. Seems to be in a pity down, he tries to get up again and the referee lays play on. And that's Forsyth, quite happy to nudge it back, and again that bustling run there by McAdam bothering this United defence. Phillip. Forsyth as the very sharp figure of Sturrock trying to go around the outside. Forsyth going after Sturrock. I think that's a throw to United with 5 minutes remaining in the first half. Ball still in play, curiously enough, just bounced back in there. Sturrock, bit loose, McLean. Now Phillip, want to push it left. Great ball there by Kirkwood, Bannon. And Bett judged his tackle well. He didn't go in first time. Just wanted to let the player get there. Long one and away by Dawson and Redford, whom I've hardly seen in this match. There's Bannon picking up again. And a loose ball as Stevens busts forward. There's Russell and wild play by Russell. Willie Johnson's there and that surely must be to the keeper. And every now and again when Rangers try to build something up promising in midfield, a lot of the final touches rather slack. Here's McAdam. Russell's going down. Now McLean. Great play by McLean. Offside. Russell, as the United defence came back out. Well, Bobby Russell, skillful enough player, but neatly caught out by the United defence. Watching it very closely, and neither player knows where it has ended up, but Jardine does. Neatly enough to Dawson. There's Russell. Still pressure in Rangers. Russell gets out of it well, Redford. And that's a free kick. I got a little bit of a dive by Ian Redford there, but one or two have gone worse than that, and there's been no whistle. 3 minutes to half time. Ian Redford scored some excellent goals at the tail end of the season, and now here's Ali Dawson. Not a single Rangers player near there. Forsyth. Redford can't get it. Bobby Russell. Here's Johnston. Russell and Johnson now. Russell on the inside. McLean. Neat play by McLean. And too much on the ball again. Dawson coming up. And Tommy McLean is simply putting too much on the ball. There's no question about it that he can move it around intelligently, but he's been caught too often. There's Redford, and that's a goal kick. All off balance. And really, Rangers have got to get something more out of this man. 2 minutes to half-time. Side now. Russell neatly touched, better play by Rangers. Russell on the break, and offside against Redford again, and that's happening much too often, and it tends to make players look a bit naive when they're caught like that. That's 4 times they've been caught like that now. Willie Johnston probably done well, but United tackling has been excellent. Sandy Jardine, and picked away. Well, a bit of hesitation. I think he thought Bannon was going to get that. Billy Kirkwood it was. Maneri to Hegarty. A minute to half-time. Stevens watches it carefully. A very good jump by Stevens. Stevens has not had an unsuccessful day for Rangers. Coppell to Bannon. Almost let it go out. Taking Bet on and taking him on. Well, that's a beautiful ball. May run over. No, Milne keeping it in. Dodge try to go up there, and there's Stewart coming out now. Paul Sturrock sportingly holding back. Might well have taken a lunge at it. That's the ball from Bannon again. He crosses them as well as Willie Johnson with that left foot of his. And the danger was on with that looping ball again. And notice how Sturrock held back. According to us, the 45 minutes are up. There is no scoring. And one looks back in general on a half that was dominated largely by Dundee United. They had infinitely more play in midfield. Some of the chances they made for themselves ought to have been put away with composure. David Odds coming off there, who's scored a lot of excellent goals this season already, at the heart of their attacks, and one chance by Bannon that ought to have gone away. And Rangers really haven't had all that much in attack to compare with that, but perhaps, Alan Ruff, the significant point is United have failed to score with all that pressure. In the sunshine, enjoying every minute of it, although I think they would have preferred a goal, quite apart from that superiority. And Rangers to kick off this second half, and I would imagine the dressing room conversation with the manager John Gregg was pretty blistering. And we wait for the bands to go off. Even though they're still playing, it provides a musical background to the start of this second half. Gregor Stevens. Coppell really stretched, and McAdam has had the bustling quality in his play in that first half that upset the United defence. Here's Redford. Now Bet. It's neatly judged, but Neri is there. Here's McLean. That's a beautiful ball. If Bet can pick it up, he does. Trying to take the player on, it was low, rather casual looking ball, and Stevens, an up and under. Hooked away there by Davy Dodson, come right back. Now that's picked up by Bet, lying handily right. McLean, Russell. Still Bobby Russell. Now McLean. Willie Johnson. Actually, that was a difficult ball for Johnson to get. There's a smile on his face about it, but
I think he realised the full-back might just get there before him, and he was keeping his eye in the back. Dawson going in. Hegarty left that to Holt. Now Jordan. And everybody at half-time was talking about that quite superb save that Jim Stewart had in the first half, the highlight of the game. Well, there's a free ball to Willie Johnston. Away he goes. Hegarty is in, a brilliant tackle, and he fights back for it, and he's angry and annoyed. Now, I don't see why, because he was pretty fierce in the way he went into Hegarty. Now, what's he thinking? And that's Paul Hegarty talking to Johnson, saying, well, it must feel like a hernia operation. Strong jumping by Posade, but picked up again. There is Bet. Popel neatly down the outside. Bannon trying to go forward. And Bet gets the break of it. Bet coming away. Slack balls. McLean turned away from it, and they're not producing any cohesion in midfield. That's a good-looking ball as Jordan got across with Billy Kirkwood. Roar from the United support. Dawson picks it up easily. There's McAdam, a good ball. McLean. Better play by Rangers though. Now Dawson. That's meant for McAdam. There he gets his eye on it. Bobby Russell picks up. And the tackling's been superb. Here's McLean. To book Willie Johnston. Why oh why, he's demonstrating with the referee when he had made up his mind. He said that he went, well, he's really suggesting he went over the ball there. And Johnson will obviously have to keep out of the referee's way now. 4 minutes of the match gone. He really has no complaint. A deserved booking. Stevens positioned him well for that pass back. There's McLean. Coupel, rather unconventional and dangerous, I would have thought. Holt wanted the ball back. Good tackling by Dawson. A slack one by Hegarty, who seemed to take his eye off it, and Bet very lackadaisical going for that. Here's Bannon. Now what drive can he get in there? Bet comes away with it though. Way by Jordan, and easily picked up there. Coupel, he'll float it in. And that should be Willie Johnson's ball. Acknowledging the Dundee United support down at that end. He's fully aware of being in the limelight, Willie Johnson. Not really shy. Redford, a neat touch. McAdam had gone the wrong way. Here's McAdam. McAlpin having to come out, and he loves it. He gets plenty practice doing that. He's the only man who's a goalkeeper and a jogger all in the one. Well, here's McLean. Redford. And swings away, and that's a goal kick. Well, the thing about Hamish McAlpin, Alan, is that you've done it yourself, rushing out of goal. It's almost dangerous, but he always makes it look secure.
Yeah, so Hamish always plays as an extra sweeper, and it's also good that if coming out doing that, you get involved in the game when otherwise you're out of it.
Neatly touched back there by Dodds, and now Coppell. There's Dodds, but Bobby Russell should pick this up. Johnston with it, Russell doing the run on the left, hasn't got the pace though. Hegarty steps in immediately. Now Dawson. Rather feckless ball by the Rangers captain. His striker's no chance of getting near that. Sturrock can't keep it in. With 7 minutes gone, a bit more of Rangers, a bit more life about them this half, Alan.
Yes, I think Rangers are showing much more aggression. They're pushing more men forward, and it's as it was in the first half. It's now Rangers that are putting a bit of pressure on Dundee United.
Well, Dawson waited intelligently until he got the man in the clear. Bit of impatience from his own support, and Stevens is there, and now Sandy Jardine. Oh, this could be dangerous. An appalling ball by Stevens. It's virtually 3 against 2 as Bannon picks it up. That's a nice deep ball forward. Oh, it's a great save by Stewart again. What a marvellous match he's had. Alan Rough.
That was a tremendous run there by Billy Kipwood. He run on the blind side of the Rangers players. And Jim Stewart just positioned his well perfectly to block the shot. And again, he came to Rangers' rescue.
There's Russell going for that. McCann, Redford, Russell. Can't break away though. Not of United players. Class goalkeeping we've seen this afternoon. That's Coppell. Stewart is oozing with confidence now. 2 against 2. McAdam with a neat touch. Here's Redford now. Going for a bit of support. Curling that now from Russell to Johnston. Neat touch by Johnston. And he does too much. Milne gave the cover. Now here's Dawson. Dawson's in a very poor game. He really has got to set an example. It's a big task for such a youngster. But he hasn't created that example yet, the accuracy of the ball forward. Bet. Bannon still with him. Bet. Draw to Rangers. Certainly much more spirit about this Rangers team in his hand. Redford. Here's McLean, lying handy at the back, trying to find a chink. Redford, right off balance again, Redford. Hasn't come to grips with this game, and great tackle by Stevens. Russell overdoing it, and quite apart from him overdoing it, look at the way United marshalled the defence there. They just crowded him out. Stevens, in fact, has had a very good game for Rangers, Alan Rough.
Yes, he's kept him tight at the back and he's been solid. He's went for every 50-50 ball very fairly, and he's coming out winning most of them.
That was Gregor Stevens pushing that back. There is Gregor Stevens. He's missed a lot through suspension this season. The last 10 minutes have gone. That's McAdam, and once again, a little bit unsure. Davy Dodds. From Forsyth. Slack play again by Forsyth. He thought he had that covered. Now Milne. Good tackle by Russell. A brilliant tackle by Phillip though. Sturrock. And Dawson puts in. Corner kick. And here we have, down at this corner flag, Ralph Milne preparing to take it. Crowded Rangers penalty area. Stevens trying to go there and plucked away from Stark by Jim Stewart. What an excellent afternoon he's had. He's made his mark in a A rather unsettled defence. Hasn't been easy for him. Come through it very quietly. McAdam couldn't bring it down, coming off the knee there more than anything else. Now Coppell. Done neatly enough inside once again. The tackle from Dawson. Saw the referee raising his arm as if he had stopped the play, but he hadn't. Bannon lying almost in the centre-back position, putting that forward. This is Sturrock. Driving it in nicely. Bobby Russell defending. Beautifully away. Now McLean. Swept it forward to Johnston. There was a bit of space for Johnston. And again, getting caught in midfield like that, fatal for Rangers. Here's McLean. Here we go again, and this time the whistle goes. A free kick, Bannon holding him back. And away in the far side, it looks like David Dodds is suffering as the Dundee United trainer comes on. Dodds, who had a lot of trouble with a leg injury over the past month, and for United's sake we certainly hope that that doesn't affect him very badly. There's been more in Rangers this half, there's no question about that, and I think a player like Dodds picking up is always a dangerous threat, either in the air or on the ground, so they wouldn't want to lose him at this stage. That will be nevertheless a free kick to Rangers as Ian Foot charges back to the penalty area. As I said, 50 years of age, very healthy and young looking 50, although sometimes a cup final can age you. So we have this free kick and Tommy McLean floating it in. There's Stevens, and that ends very fecklessly. And Stevens has made his run too soon, and I don't think McLean is at all happy with the way that finished. The ploy on, of course, that would go to the far side of the penalty area and be headed back. Good job that time, and Redford, good touch. Dawson to Bobby Russell. Forced out, and Rangers don't seem to have the pace when they get the ball there, get any acceleration and make it threatening. Good timing by Forsyth. Here's Bet and Bannon in one of the jousts. Very close together. And perhaps doing the wise thing, back to Jim Stewart. McAdam almost a defending header that time. There's McLean, Stevens, trying to find McAdam, the United picking up in midfield, Bobby Russell, you'll get Johnston with it now, deep check, that's a lovely ball, Russell, and I think that'll be a goal kick, really forced out there by Ian Phillip, the attendance of him, but a little bit variation in Rangers play there, which must be welcomed by the supporters. Alan.
Yeah, I think if this game's going to be won, it's going to be won by somebody with a little bit special, and Willie Johnson there again showing what that can turn the defence inside out and cause a lot of problems.
Jordan. That's to Redford. Trying to take Neary on. Rested that down well. Now McLean following up. Oh, and a ricochet. I'm not sure who benefited by that. Rangers, I suppose, keeping possession. Russell. Back have come United again. Willie Johnston. Might try the right foot, and he does. It's a good-looking one, and McAdam finding Redford stranded. And this has been the story of Redford today. He's been in position, but sometimes looked a bit awkward trying to take advantage. Dawson and that was forced out there by Ralph Bell. Ali Dawson made that marvellous recovery from the serious head injury.
Rangers support heard in full voice. They haven't had all that much to shout about. Here's Forsyth. Once again for the head of McAdam, and it is. Redford is there, way by Bannon. Tommy McLean, much too casual about it, and I think there might have been a shout from Gregor Stevens. I think he wanted it. And McLean fights back, retrieves that. Tommy McLean, and when you speak to his brother Jim McLean, the Dundee United manager, about this man, you're really talking about the admiration of a player who's shown us all the skills and graces for Rangers and Kilmarnock. That might be just too much. That is a throw, and that is Gregor Stevens with 17 minutes, and you may hear there is a little choral suggestion to John Gregg to bring Davy Cooper on. It may yet happen, and there's Bannon. Gregg is, Sandy Jordan is with them. That was a free kick. And Gregor Stevens doesn't like it, but surely he has learned his lesson now not to mix it with the referee and get out of harm's way. Bannon, well, Bannon posed some threats in the first half, but we've really not seen anything we imagined we would in the second half from him. He simply hasn't had the ball put to him in that area which he can exploit. But good position for United. That's a good-looking ball. Left by Stewart. And that's a goal kick, and that might have just given the Rangers defence a little shake. Stewart, I think, hesitating slightly. But it is, after all, a goal kick. McAdam couldn't quite get that. David Dodds. Here's Stevens making the break. That's towards Redford. Bett is going through as well. Neat play though by Neri. I mean, you don't really take Dave Neri on as easily as that. Now this is the break United want. On the left with Bannon. Jordan is with them. Bannon, whoa, bad pass by Bannon. Bannon's been playing, but he did this. McAdam getting into ball. And that's much too strong and away by Jordan, and that was Colin McAdam getting into big difficulties. McLean fighting free of that. Good play by McLean. There's McAdam, a better looking ball. McLean doing the run, and that was Ian Redford caught offside. That's about the 5th time he's been caught like that. He needn't shake his head. I think maybe he's shaking his head in exasperation because the decision certainly was right. There's a man who made the judgment. Coppell round the outside, and the linesman has his flag up. It's offside. So we have Paul Sturrock in that offside position. Anything could yet break in this game. I mean, we're just on to the 20-minute mark almost of the second half, and just a slight touch from somebody, a bit of flair, a bit of imagination. Forsyth. Russell can't quite get it, but Phillip does. And Forsyth in, but Mill makes a break. Willie Johnson with him. Well away though by Jordan. Good covering. Here's Russell. Now McLean. McLean doing a lot of spade work for Rangers now. Redford again held back. I think he wanted a touch forward to McAdam as he went through. Holt, loose ball. Jordan hesitated a bit, and there's not a single Rangers player in that area. Hegarty has all the time in the world. And so has Holt. Out towards Russell. And out to Ben. Russell now on the break. Better play by Rangers. Russell feeding it around nicely now. Willie Johnston. Allowing Dundee United to regroup all the same. That's a good ball by Dawson as McLean goes forward. That's a ricochet. Now Bett. Still in danger, still in the box.
Johnston, and the ball just gone over. And that's swinging away in there. The danger was still on. And as that was pushed down, the ball subsequently going over. And that's a free kick now as we rejoin play. Free kick. And John Holt playing for some odd reason with a number 12 on his jersey. Gregor Stevens, a good jump again. Bobby Russell. Better play by Russell. McLean screaming for it. And McLean took his eye right off that. Bobby Russell playing a bit more intelligently and effectively now, Alan Rough.
Yes, well, I think he's playing with a lot more composure. He's settled down the Rangers midfield, started to spray the ball about a bit, and I think this is where Rangers are getting all their encouragement from.
And mopped up there by Tom Forsyth. There has been not as much menace around that Rangers goal mouth as there was in the first half. Russell again. And that should be a throw to United. Holt wanting something to come forward to him. There's Forsyth, could do nothing else with Stark moving back. We're almost halfway through the second half. Dawson should cut that off, and does. Rangers defence looking more confident this half. Seem to work themselves out into a pattern now. Neat judgment by Forsyth, but well picked up by Kirkwood. And Forsyth strongly in an tackle again. Philip Bannon. Neatly done. Milne will try the shot and does. And I would suspect that's one of the few chances that United have made for themselves in this half, Alan.
Yes, it was a well-worked move there, a good one too, and a very powerful shot there for Milne, who's been known to score a few from that distance, and I think Jim Stewart will be glad to see that one going over the bar.
Kirkwood, powerful one. Should be back to the keeper. And with only about 21 minutes of the game remaining, it's very difficult to decide on substitutions because there may be extra time. Bet. Good cackle by Bet. Now McLean. It won't reach Johnston though, and that's a slack one by Holt. Russell, brilliant play by Russell. And Rangers more and more in the game. Infinitely better half for Rangers. There's a touch and Whitford tries to go round, pushing and shoving as he went forward. Now can United pick up the game again, drive forward? There's a man top of the picture just going out of frame who could do it for them. Forsyth driving forward but picked up by Bannon. There's been a lot of hard work by these 22 players. Hasn't been a classic, as we mentioned, but if there's any consolation, the tremendous work right there. Redford all on his own, no chance of picking anything up. And Forsyth turns awkwardly, but being pushed, and Rangers are perhaps contemplating bringing on John McDonald or Dave Cooper. There is a shot of David Cooper from behind the press photographers limbering up. I don't know, I think it's just maybe a warning that it could happen. May not be immediately imminent. David Cooper, who's immensely talented. He might be the very player to bring on against a tired defence, though United defence is far from tired at the moment. That's towards Bet. And the whistle goes. Bet Not only brought down, but loses his boot in the process. Looking around for his assailant. That'll be a free kick to Rangers. That's the latest score from Wembley. Manchester City still in the lead with that superb goal, which you'll see later in the programme, no doubt. And the Rangers support in full voice again, sensing a development here. Much better performance by Rangers in the second half. There's Gregor Stevens coming in. McLean might just get there, well beyond them. Bad judgment by McLean. And now pace could matter here. It's Milne with Jardine. Jardine forcing him out. And Bent, no hesitation, swept it away. Doesn't mind conceding the corner. Milne really suffering a bit there. I'm not sure whether Bent really hit him when he went for him. Jardine certainly went in, and there's a tackle, crunching in. Eamon Bannon remonstrating with the referee. He certainly felt as pained as Milne. Well, Alan, I think a goal at this stage, as it happened in the cup final last year, just about now would kill off the other team's chances, would it not?
Yeah, I think one goal is going to be enough here. It just seems to be swaying from end to end now. We don't know who's really going to have most of the pressure, but Rangers have looked very dangerous, and it'll just be a matter of time to see whether Davy Cooper or John McDonnell come on. As you say, might give the Dundee United team a bit of a run around.
So, Eamon Bannon with the corner kick, flighted way across, an innocuous one will be picked up by Bobby Russell. Johnson was going and is. There's the slightest touch by Johnson. And Ian Phillip all the time in the world now. Dave Nerry. He embodies security in this team, and that's a superb pass. No, it curled away. I thought Milne was getting that. Bet. Shocking pass by Bet. Much too casual. Here's Bannon with it. And offside. Once again, Stewart brilliantly out. What a superb game he's had, but the flag had gone up in any case. He needn't have risked that injury, but he was taking no chances. He obviously didn't see the flag up. High and mighty, Redford looking around for it. Neatly by Dodds. Good more of United now as Russell tries to come back. Good tackle by Russell. And away it goes. McAdam is after this. Hegarty. And he killed that well, actually. Stunned the ball as he made the pass back. McAdam was pounding through the middle. A good ball again, and now United are bringing Bannon into it. Sandy Jardine with him. That'll be a corner kick. United once again exerting pressure. They've had 8 corner kicks. Rangers haven't had a single corner. That is some reflection on how the play has gone. And it looks to be as if Davy Cooper will be coming on any second. Bannon with it. And away it goes harmlessly again. Milne picking up. Holt. Jardine. There's McLean. And Dawson. Unceremoniously, but I think Davy Cooper will come on now. And it's McAdam coming off. McAdam is coming off, and Davy Cooper comes on for Rangers with just under 15 minutes of the game remaining. Well, McAdam's shaking his head about that substitution. He's not over the moon about it, as they would say. The side. Hegarty is up there, still there, pushing and shoveling, and won the free kick to Rangers as Forsyth, I think, having a few words with Hegarty about that. Now, Forsyth looked as if he was really getting very serious, but the smile developed on his face. High and handsome again as Cooper goes for this. And pushed out safely by Coppell. Well, we'll see if Cooper can provide the skill to this Rangers attack. That is very badly needed. That will be a corner kick. Rangers first of the match. Astonishing that with only 13 minutes to go, Rangers get the first corner kick. But it's Cooper of the talented left leg curling that one in, and a beautiful save by McAlpin. A lot of niggling going on now, and I think Ian Foot had better watch this very carefully. Jordan all on his own. Here's McLean. Now Cooper. Great ball. Redford. Russell wants it. Cooper going inside. Feels for hands. Referee waves play away. Alan Ruff.
Well, I think it was 50-50. There's a lot of referees would have given a penalty there, but I don't think it was intentional. I think it was accidental.
Milner's there and now Phillip in midfield. Been a tight cup final. That's a superb ball. Stunnock couldn't bring it down cleanly enough. Holt. Yes, Stewart going for that. Commanding game he's had. Redford can't quite get there. Dawson wants to go on the outside. Dreadful ball by Dawson. McLean can't get it away. And it's a counter-attack from there that could be dangerous. But Forsyth morphing it up easily. Touch on by McLean. Cooper can't bring it down. And Neri and United right on top of him that time again. Well, Stevens wasn't going to hang about. By my watch, we have 11 minutes left. That's Eamon Bannon. Stockings round the ankles. Can Sturrock get it? He can't. Now here's Cooper. That's a good-looking ball by Cooper. Johnston. Too much. And they played too tight, Rangers. They had a great opportunity there. Bit of jersey pulling, I would have thought. Jordan gets away with it. And now Stevens. Here's Russell. To McLean and Russell. Good play by Rangers. There's McLean going, Bet hesitating. He's curling one, and Amos McAlpin picking up easily enough. Bannon. We now have 9 minutes left. Stevens away there, and Willie Pettigrew is beginning to warm up for United. And I think John McDonald might be coming on for Rangers as well. Neatly taken away by Stephen. Now Redford and Neri. Redford on the outside, but Neri, the kind of ball he usually gobbles up under pressure. Coppell. In a sense, you would like to see this game go to extra time. It's been even, and I think perhaps extra time, Alan, maybe you're shaking your head about it, but I think extra time might produce something a bit different.
Yeah, I think
there's Walter Smith shouting the odds here.
I think extra time looks on the cards now, with Rangers about to bring on John McDonald. It'll be interesting to see how quickly Dundee United reshuffle their defence to cope with these two substitutions.
Well, I think the referee's having a word with... and Rangers are bringing on John McDonald. Willie Johnson being replaced by John McDonald. And the Rangers veteran has done his part in this game. Getting a great round of applause from the Rangers support. And Rangers have now substituted, and I suppose getting near extra time in any case, it might not be such a bad thing. That's a throw to Rangers. Redford. Neat ball by Redford. Bobby Russell. Here's Redford. McLean. And sneaks in there. It's a great ball. It's across the face of the goal. Russell. Great effort by Rangers. Now McLean again. It's a great one too. It's a goal. No, it's off the line. And I think hands in any case. No, the play is still going on and United survive. It looked like a Rangers player's hand to me. There's Bannon. Suddenly the whole tenor of the game changes as Rangers brought on these two substitutes. McLean. Forsyth. Now Cooper. Running into trouble, getting out of it and going back into it. And I think we're having Willie Pettigrew come on. Now this is what caused all the bother. And that was just across the face of the goal. And then Bobby Russell back to McLean again. That swept in. Beautiful header there, and it looked like a hand eventually. Here's Bed coming in with a chance. Oh, just past. And Rangers are really going at United now. The supporters heartened by them. And Willie Pettigrew is now coming on for United in this game. Suddenly busting alive. Look at the way Bed came in, chesting it first. Quite right to take that shot. And the arms of John McDonald. So, Willie Pettigrew on now. We have 5 minutes left. Dawson watches it. Here's Jordan. Cooper, Bobby Russell. Russell. Just a bit much on that. Well walked though by Tommy McLean. And suddenly Rangers look a very settled team. And listen to the support. Cooper just keeps it in. Dawson now for Forsyth. Down the line, Redford can't bring it down. Well tackled though by Neri. Dave Neri now. And Redford showing determination. And this is the spirit that Bobby Watson was talking about at the start of the game. Late on though it may be, a lot more drive now at Rangers. Russell can't quite get it, picked up there by John McDonald. And away he goes, looking fresh. Russell. Now John McDonald. Here's Jordan. Again delaying, and Tom Forsyth reliable as ever. John McDonald was mopping that up. Kirkwood going down, free kick. And with 3.5 minutes left, Dundee United taking up again after that bit of Rangers pressure. Willie Pettigrew. Here's Bet. Redford. Bet picking up. And now Cooper. Cooper going. And he does too much and runs into trouble. Cooper fighting hard back. Kirkwood picked up by Bannon though. Aside with him, and that should be Dawson's ball, and is, but Phillip couldn't bring it down properly. Sturrock. Bannon. Here's Jordan. Now Dawson. Redford was asking for that, an appalling ball by Dawson. Sturrock. And Jordan has to go right across the line to him. Sturrock. Easily taken by Dawson away from the danger zone. Redford. Picked up by Phillip. Willie Pettigrew, great ball, not offside. Sturrock now. Touched away there. Russell tries to get up. And away by Bet eventually. Cooper, brilliant ball. John McDonald. Too much on that. And now Jordan playing it very cool indeed. And a appalling pass by Jordan. Now Dodds, can he get his shot in? He can, but it's away wild. And although Sandy Jordan is picking things up cleanly, his passing today has been quite erratic. This is Dave Dodd's shot, all the time swinging away from the goal. And there, the dugout, instructions being passed down, I think. Here's McLean, a neat touch by McLean, but once again the break. Dawson in the way. Sturrock again. Tries to chip it. And over by Bannon. Well, it looked initially as if Billy Kirkwood would get in there. And then Bannon came in. A wonderful opportunity. Sturrock chipping that one across. Now watch Billy Kirkwood and then Bannon over the top. And that would have killed the game for Rangers if that had been picked up by Bannon. And Tommy McLean, the referee, coming down towards Tommy McLean, who took that knock. So we have pain and anguish in McLean's face, but you can imagine how the other players are feeling at this stage. If it does go into extra time and it's shaping that way, another stamina sapping 30 minutes to come. Tommy McLean has changed, has recovered, and off we go. Right away from Bannon, that'll be a throw to Rangers. Redford, punched out again, Redford. Slack one by Stevens. Now McLean picks it up. John McDonald. It's a bit wide. Great play by McDonald. A good-looking ball again. It's Hamish McAlpin. Bobby Russell with a chance to field for a penalty. There's penalty kick to Rangers. A penalty kick to Rangers in injury time. John McDonald taking it on the outside. Swept it right across. Bobby Russell picking up. Down he went. Penalty kick. And I doubt if I can recollect a more dramatic finish to a game. We are in injury time and one kick could settle the Scottish Cup.
Well, I've said it before about a penalty kick taken. I wouldn't swap the place for a ransom, and now this one. It could virtually make or break Rangers. Redford. And he saved it. McAlpin has saved it, and they're mobbing the goalkeeper. Hamish McAlpin has saved the day. What a remarkable finish. There's the shot. Hit it almost straight at the keeper. And that may be the very making of United. And the game is over. No scoring. A game that Rangers on that alone should have won. And the Rangers supporters are shouting at Redford. They're chanting his name, in fact. But he must feel appalled. Alan Rough.
Well, what an end. I think Hamish McAlpin was probably blaming himself for the goal. I think he should have stayed instead of coming for the cross. But what can you say? 1 minute you're up, next minute you're down. He saves a penalty, and I think that'll be out of his mind. But who would be a penalty kick taker? I think Redford just made up his mind that it was a hit and a blast, and that was it. And Hamish was very fortunate to catch it with his legs, but that's what it's all about. Yeah, it's been great. I think now that the managers now are giving the instructions out, I think I don't know who they'll basically. I think Rangers are now sitting down once you've won the cup. What can you say? You know, you're down, your heads are down. It's now the manager's job to lift the players. Dundee United been left off the hook. Have also another substitute to bring on, and they obviously must be feeling tired. I think this is what it all boils down to. Goalkeepers have been taking a lot of stick in the past, and I think Hamish McAlpin has really brought the game to light here. And also Jim Stewart and Rangers goal, who have kept Rangers together with possibly two of the best saves this season. I think now the crowd's getting going. What a decision for Mr. Foot to make as well, being his last game. I think he'll get in the record books now. But there we have Sandy Jardine sitting down having a rest. I don't even know how long they get to have a break, but I'm sure this game could go anyway now. And Jim McLean there giving his players also a bit of a G up. They lost the game. The game started to swing Rangers' way in the last 5 minutes. I think now that the game's settled down, this game could go anyway.
Thank you very much, Alan Rough. There's Jim McLean. And the Dundee United supporters almost taking that as a triumph, and so it should be, for the goalkeeper saving a penalty kick in injury time in a cup final. Well, I'll tell you, the Rangers support must have been dashed there, but they're showing the colours again. And we'll have 30 minutes, what is going to be an enervating extra time period, and one wonders what that penalty miss effect will have on the players. It was, in fact, as Jim McLean comes off, it was a badly taken penalty kick. And just a couple of minutes ago, that man must have thought the cup is away. So here we go into extra time, with Rangers already having made the 2 substitutions and Dundee United 1. So extra time. Bobby Russell. Here's Dawson. Redford. I think he'll want to play his heart out now. There he is there. Picked up beautifully by McLean and Russell. Now McLean. It's very crowded, looking away. Goes on the far side and beautifully headed away by Bannon. Covering well. Bet trying to come back. Bet's had a quiet game really altogether. And there's offside Willie Pettigrew. Can't have been very much in it all the same. Willie
Pettigrew, who came to Dundee United from Motherwell for a sizable fee into the 100,000s. There's Redford going for that, and he has his stockings around his ankles. He will remember that for a long while, and I suppose for him personally, he'll be hoping that Rangers win this now, or else he'll carry quite a cross for a long time. Here's Bett, Stevens, Russell, nice neat little jink. Putting a lot of work on the ball. Dawson floating it well over. Stevens let that go. Bannon pushes it too far, and there is obstruction. Just taking their eye off the ball, and Gregor Stevens acknowledging that to the referee. Free kick quickly taken. Bannon, Sturrock with Dawson. Dundee United. Dawson, I think, feeling that. And there is a full-time result at Wembley, and I'm assuming they're playing extra time down there as well. That's a good-looking ball and swings away. Stevens. Bett sees it. Redford. Fouled surely. Free kick. Free kick to Rangers. That's Tommy McLean. Back they go into that penalty area. McLean with it. And out it goes harmlessly. Dawson looked as if he was shaping to go after that. There's Holt. Russell picked it. Dawson picks up. That's Capel away the far side. Now Neri. Might be a bit much on it, and there is. That's a throw to Rangers. Jim Bett is there. Sandy Jordan to take it. Jordan cutely away with it. Now this is where he's fallen down and doing things like that. I mean, that's almost suicidal, isn't it? And Jordan looks a very tired player out there. He really hasn't come to... Some of the work he's done has been very good for Rangers, but he's been very slack at times. Now Cooper. There he can't get there. It's John McDonald. Looked like a free kick to me. The referee agrees, and that's a free kick to Rangers. With about 5 minutes of extra time played, and still no break in this game. Still no major hint as to how it might go. There's Redford. Mighty jump for that for side going forward. And the whistle goes. He was brought down. That's a free kick. Rangers driving forward, and I don't know what John Gregg said at half-time, but an entirely different Rangers team in the second half. So, free kick to Rangers. That's Bobby Russell, and here's McLean with that short one. Russell trying to find the chink. Redford almost gets here, and the boot was up high. The referee says, what a dramatic ending to this man's career, awarding a penalty kick in the final of the Cup without a goal being scored at injury time. There's Jim McLean, who's been up at the stand, I think. He's right down in the touchline now. I think he's asking for a bit of support from somebody. Anybody who's a tic-tac man at the races might be able to interpret. There's Dawson, right underneath it, Holt, McDonald, that high, up and under again, Redford, can't win in the air, Forsyth, there's Dawson, and again, Coppell trying to go there. Now, Sturrock, that's a good break by Sturrock. This is what he likes doing on that left side. Well, it's a good-looking ball and there's nobody there. That's John McDonald now. McDonald for Rangers with Russell going forward. Cooper. And chested out. Looked as if he might have used the top of his arm there and almost ends up in the crowd. Here's Cooper going in. That's a good ball to Russell. Overdoes it again, just turning the wrong way. And it's been an infinitely more fluid game in the last half hour, including this bit of extra time. Sturrock again on the left. Jordan, once again that hesitation. He's been overdoing it. Rangers play it out neatly though. Once again giving up McLean in a tight position. And that's meant for Bet. Bannon picking up. Now Bannon. Pace was really taken off that ball, and Dawson, Gregor Stevens, very hard into Sturrock. And I think Stevens is going to be booked. Stevens is booked for that tackle on Sturrock. And I think we're going to have another substitution. Derek Holt. Derek Stark. There's Derek Stark preparing to come on. Stark hesitating until the referee indicates who's coming off, and who is coming off. It's John Holt. No, Ian Phillip. It's Ian Phillip. Ian Phillip is coming off, and what will happen now is that John Holt will go into midfield, I think, and Derek Stark will play at the back. So on comes Derek Stark as this amazing cup final draws into its 8th minute of extra time. Bit of hesitation there. Stark can't get it over, and Bet concedes the corner. Bet has played a very strange role for Rangers today.
Yes, well, I think the first half of Damon Bannon to cope with is at his best, and it snubbed his performance. But as the games went on and Rangers have come more into the game, I think that Bet has had more freedom to move, and Bannon has been marking him.
Could be interesting, this corner kick. Way by Forsyth. Still not clear. Willie Pettigrew. And Dawson. Pressure still on. Bannon. Bet going now. Bet with Bannon. And Bet doesn't give up. Bannon looked as if he might just get the possession there. There must be very tired players now. It's quite a close afternoon. Hasn't been much of a breeze. That's sliced, and I don't think Sturrock can keep it in. He can't. He was away like a whippet anyway. And the linesman saw it. There's Jordan. Of course, Rangers are missing McAdam for that kind of ball now. Russell. Great play by Russell, and a bit too much. That should be mocked up by Sandy Jardine, and is this time. Neatly played. Willie Pettigrew didn't know where Jardine was ending up. Cooper, neat touch by Cooper. McDonald won't get it though. Stark. Pettigrew just keeps it in. Now Sturrock. Can he send it back right away? Great tackle by Forsyth. And the play goes on. Good tackle by Sturrock. Here's Bent. Once again the corner kick. More and more threat by United down the left. Quite superb tackle and Sturrock there by Tom Forsyth. We have exactly 3 minutes of the extra time period, the first half of extra time to go. And United putting a lot of pressure on with these corners. That's John McDonald. Stark, that will be to McLean though. McDonald's a bit clear. Good touch by McDonald. Needs support though. Gets it, but rather lumberingly there by Rangers. Now McLean. Not sure quite where to turn. And Redford is offside, once again caught out. Stevens, powerful in the air again. That's a slag-looking ball, and Coppell couldn't pick himself up to go after that. Here's Bet, now McLean. Nice 1-2 there. That's to Bobby Russell, and Dave Nerry picks up. Cooper though. Here's Cooper. A great shot by Cooper, and McAlpin under pressure. And I think that's the cleanest shot we've seen Rangers have yet. It's all doing a bit of skidding and swirling that ball, really. John McDonald, and a free kick to Dundee United. And I think yes, that in fact is a whistle for the end of that first period of extra time. And as I repeated, a lot of tired players out there. It's difficult to see though where the break is going to come, Alan Ruff.
Yes, well I think the Rangers players are finding a wee bit more running in their legs. Obviously having fielded the two substitutes, they've fitted in very well to the Rangers team, and I just have to wait and see how Dundee United cope in this second half. But I'm sure with the incentive of winning the cup, the tired legs will go away, and in the end of the game we'll find them full of running.
Well, Hamish McAlpin greeted like a hero as we start the second half of extra time. Going down that end. Here's Dodds coming forward, and Dawson now. New play by Dawson. Cooper can't quite get it. Him and Bannon. Forsyth. Hooked away by Bannon. That's Jordan. Slack ball by Jordan, putting his defence under great pressure. Stevens is in. Now Bannon. McDonald. Oh, good ball. Holt. That's a good-looking ball. Dodds was almost there. The pressure was still on. Billy Kirkwood. Bet tries again. Good curling ball at Holt. And that's too strong. Goal kick. The pressure eased on the Rangers' defence. It would have been a bit ironic and I think a bit distorted had Rangers won with a penalty kick in injury time, in all honesty, because United have played so much better in many aspects of the game, although Rangers came onto a very strong game in the second half, much better game. There's McLean, and that's too much. This is a great run. Sandy Jordan trying to go in, and he just gets there. Billy Kirkwood was driving forward. Look at the pace and the power. And Jordan simply allowed it to go to the keeper eventually, and he to stretch out. And Jim Stewart confirming what a fine afternoon he's had. Redford. It's a poor ball by Redford again. Capel. Willie Pettigrew virtually all on his own. And it's still open. Bobby Russell didn't want to make an effort for that. And what's been given, I think, a free kick there. I think it's a free kick on the edge of the box eventually. Free kick to United. I think Sandy Jordan in particular looks very tired out there. He's one of the veterans of the Rangers team, of course. It's been in many regards a very dour, desperate looking game as well. So, Holt preparing to take this. And the linesman, I think, will come across and tell them exactly where it's to go. Support love it. Some of the players highly amused, some not. It's a good ball by Eamon Bannon, and Stark was coming up for that. Corner kick. The pressure really on Rangers again from that right foot of Bannon. Look at the way Stark crept forward again. And still the Rangers support singing on. Way to the far side. John McDonald after this. And that's hooked away by David Dodds. The kind of chance you've got to take cleanly, keep it down, get your body and head over the shot, which he simply couldn't do. And once again, that's Bannon for drifting it away there. John McDonald slightly unlucky. Thought that might just have got over for the corner kick. And there's Dodds with a snapshot. Bannon just getting his head in the way of that. That's good play by United. Dodds looking for a bit of support. Then comes John McDonald now. Sandy Jordan once again caught in possession, just getting away with it. He cannot get that ball away, really under pressure. That looked as if it might go back to Stewart. Jordan very tired in the middle of that Rangers defence. And hooked away by Willie Pettigrew. This is something Rangers will have to fight hard on, as Cooper almost giving it away. Cooper in one of these runs of his. And that's too fine a pass. John McDonald almost getting there. Holt. Dawson. Now Jordan. Nowhere near Redford. Stevens, Bet, Forsyth, into space again that United occupy. Really, Bet has had a very negative game for Rangers today. Really got nothing out of them. Hegarty's a brilliant through ball, now can he put it away? Just tennis. Willie Pettigrew. At last, Hegarty saw the glimpse of light in that Rangers defence. And there was a through ball. He wasn't offside. Again, good positioning by the goalkeeper, Alan Ruff.
Yeah, he did well. I think if it was going to be on target, I think Jim Stewart would have had it there. He positioned himself excellently. But now we've got Dundee United taking the game to Rangers.
So here are Rangers under a bit of pressure. Forsyth going forward now. Russell, here's a great run by Forsyth. Now Cooper. There's a good ball. Bet with a chance. A great save. Great goal in this match. Cooper. Still with the left foot, and he gets a corner. Superb little piece of skill. And we've had two remarkable goalkeeping performances by these men. Hamish McAlpin there. loves it all, loves the fight, and saving United. Cooper to take this. There's a bit of curl in that, but there was nobody really jumping and challenging for Rangers. That's out and a throw. Well, that was a run. The good ball, the pick up by Bet. Now look at this. Difficult ball for Bet, taking it on the outside as he was falling down, but a good goalkeeping save. Bobby Russell. Bet. There's a lot of curl in that. John McDonald trying to keep it, and I think Stark realised, but McDonald was at the back.
Keep the time going on the watch. How long we got? Tell him to keep giving me the time.
That's McLean. Now, Hamish McAlpin. Long through on Jardine. Got to really get the fine touch, and he does. Forsyth. Neatly forward, and the linesman has his flag up. That is offside. We're in extra time in the FA Cup. Still one each. Bet hesitated. Forsyth. It's slack. Away by Dawson. That will be well out.
Keep giving me the time, mate. Can't hear them, you'll have to keep writing down.
Russell and Forsyth and Eamon Bannon mixing it. Forsyth, I think, wanted to attempt an apology. This will be taken by Sandy Jardine.
6 minutes gone. Left.
There is 6 minutes left. McDonald. That's a good ball by McDonald. Bet with Neri. And his linesman said that was a deflection, the throw to United. Five and a half minutes left. Coppell, come to me, he's saying. That's Stevens. No chances taken there. Dodds. Bet. Jardine. Neatly enough to McDonald. Here's Redford in the chase. Bradford taken well by Dave Neri and kept in play. Hegarty. Stop. Sandy Jardine just behind that. John McDonald. John McDonald, come on and look quite refreshing in his play, but easily dispossessed there by Holt. Tommy McLean trying to go across, and I think a free kick.
Keep giving it.
Free kick to United. And all of these balls floated into the Rangers penalty area have been a real test of this Ibrox defence. Just under 4 minutes to go. Oh, that's straight from Bannon. I don't think he could believe he got that. He just sort of sat down on the header, crouched on it. Bad ball by Stewart. They've really got to get that ball near the Dundee United penalty area, which is what United are doing at the other end more frequently. And Willie Pettigrew going away to the left, Jordan with him. Sturrock, the floated ball again, and down it goes, rather meekly by Holt. Now Tommy McLean. MacDonald, 3 minutes left, and I suppose at this stage you've really got to take no chances at all. Perhaps going through the minds of many players is play for the draw now. MacDonald, Russell, too much. Dawson. That'll be meant for Bet, but Coppell should be able to cut it off, and does. And the move initiated the counter-attack. Eamon Bannon. Bannon now. Sturrock. And nobody goes for it in a tangerine jersey, and that'll go back to Stewart. 2 minutes left by our watch. Bannon was underneath it. Now here's Forsyth. Spinning off the side of his foot. Coppell. Sturrock, and Jordan should mob it up. Dave Neary is there, and Russell trying to go around the outside. Hegarty pulled down as Russell went in. Seconds slipping away now. And there's the man who was at the centre of the most dramatic moment in awarding that penalty kick that took place in injury time. Bannon picking it up. There's Forsyth, Coppell, and now Bannon. McLean gives it away. Bannon, can he get his shot in? He does, and it swings, and that was a tired shot. 1 minute left, and Eamon Bannon given that by Tommy McLean. Well, when we say that the game will be going to replay, we are sometimes tempting Providence, but it looks very much like that. They'll meet on Tuesday, 8 o'clock kickoff. Russell crowded out again. Well, that's a good ball. John MacDonald. Seconds left. This is MacDonald. Redford tried to go there and got his head in, and he's been playing like a lion since he missed that penalty kick. Sturrock. And that's a wild tackle by Forsyth. That'll be a booking. Now there was a ball from John MacDonald, curling away, and the header by Redford, and a good one. Tom Forsyth is booked rightly for that tackle, and we must be going into injury time. And so we're into injury time. And there it goes. The 1981 Scottish Cup final is over. And I think what we must take into account now with that final score in extra time is the number of bookings that some of the players have got. I think the total may be very, very interesting indeed. And some players may not play on Tuesday night. We'll still have to work that out. But there's a man who performed very well for Rangers in that first half, and that superb save, Jim Stewart. The Rangers support, I'm sure, devastated when that penalty was missed, and very tired looking players coming off. John MacDonald, Jim Stewart, I think, recognising somebody in the stand. And so we go to a replay on Tuesday night, and the replay, I'm sure, will be extremely exciting.